there is that degree of awkward and uncertainty that throws what some people would consider able-bodied people off a little bit.
People are so quick to just avoid any like confrontation or like any interaction.
There was this hesitancy to approach one another. That's a different group. I don't know them. I'm kind of afraid.
Never underestimate someone with a disability. We're always adapting. You can learn a lot from someone who has a disability, or you may learn nothing at all. I think Family Guy put it best. I thought you were different from everyone else because you had a disability, but you're not. You're just the same. So it's an experience no matter what.
It's funny because I didn't really even know that I was deaf until maybe 8th or 9th grade, because I had no discrimination. I, was just, felt like I was like everyone else. Sometimes I see that deaf people feel very isolated. I think most of the time, many of them feel isolated. I think hearing people are scared of deaf people, don't know how to communicate, and deaf people are afraid that hearing people are going to judge them. So it's important to be able to meet in the middle. As deaf people, we're just like hearing people, it's just we communicate differently and we can't hear.
I broke my neck in a diving accident when I was 19 years old. I'm thankful for the condition I'm in because it could be a lot worse. I could be vent dependent or not making it through it. A normal day is around 6:15. My aide comes in to wake me up. We do a little bit of range just to stretch out my legs. And then I have class from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then it's home for lunch, and then homework and relaxing the rest of the day. It's been 3.5 years, and I'm kind of just used to it now, I'm just used to my life like this. I was at a harbor. It was a harbor on Lake Superior. Me and my friends were just horsing around, playing soccer and stuff like that on the shore, and then we just climbed out there and took off running, and my friend jumped in first, and I just jumped a little to the right of him just to try to, make sure I avoided him and didn't land on him or anything like that. And where I hit, it was about chest deep water, where normally it's like 10 or 12 feet deep. And it was just kind of instant. I don't remember the impact at all. It was just, I opened my eyes and I was underwater and realized instantly I couldn't move. Obviously, you have your days where you ask the why questions, why me, why did this happen? People are so quick to just avoid any like confrontation or like any interaction. I think it's just best for people to just ask questions and talk. I mean, I'd much rather tell people my story and what's going on than have them, just be scared to come up and talk to me because they don't want to say something inappropriate or, stuff like that.
never seen what you've seen, so I don't know how to describe it. To me, everything's normal for me. Well, I have ocular cutaneous albinism, which is a lack of pigmentation in both my eyes and my skin and hair. For me, it's completely normal, but other people might be like, oh, you have to do this or you have to do that. I'll be texting, I use a magnifier. I'll be writing and reading, I use a magnifier. I have a job downstairs at the bookstore, and I need to use a magnifier to read people's licenses and use the register. I use a monocular, which is like a small telescope, and I can see the board. I don't know, it's strange. I'm in the sighted world a little bit, and I'm in the blind world a little bit. It's kind of, I don't know, I don't think it's very hard for me. I see that it is a lot harder for people who have less vision, but what's amazing is the adaptability that they have. And for the first 6 months of my life, they didn't think anything was wrong. They thought I was just very, very pale. But it turned out when I went to see a doctor that I did have very poor eyesight, and this stigmatism, where my eyes shake a lot, was very evident, and it always has been. My parents had a hard time dealing with it, and that always blew me away. They're kind of afraid to notice it. They'd rather ignore it, or ignore you. That's totally cool too. We were gonna do that thing. I have had people who have considered themselves my friends, but they have treated me differently than they would have a sighted friend. And I've heard stories of other people where they've seen a blind person a little disoriented or possibly needing some help, but they didn't offer any because they were afraid of the awkwardness of the situation. So always ask is what I'm saying. Never use the baby voice, never use the I'm not sure if you're a dog that's going to bite me voice. Just, you know, do you need some help, or do you need to know where you are? It's as easy as that.
It doesn't matter what the disability. I hope that people will just learn to be open-minded. And most deaf people don't consider themselves as disabled. There's just one thing that's missing, which is our ability to hear. No one's perfect.